This is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and today I'm going to show you a recipe that I haven't made in a while, but I think you all will like it, and it's called, I just call it goulash, but what it is, it's hamburger and ground beef, and you can see, I hope, that I've got 2 pounds of ground beef in here in my Dutch oven cooking, and I've got an okay size onion. I guess you would say a large onion. I mean, I've seen them a whole lot bigger than this, but I'm going to put the onion, and I've got a green bell pepper, and I'm going to put that in here and cook the onions and the green peppers along with the ground beef, and then I'm going to drain it of the grease, and after I get to that point, I'll bring you back. And like I said, this is the recipe for my goulash. So I'll bring you back. Okay, I did want to bring you back and tell you and show you. I have the ground beef and 1 onion and 1 green bell pepper in here cooking, and this is on my NuWave induction cooktop, and I have my Dutch oven. It's cooking on 275 in here, and I just want to tell, I've had a lot of people saying something about how it sounds like I'm a spokesperson for NuWave and stuff like that. Well, I'm not. I don't get a thing from them. This was just my review. My review of the NuWave precision induction cooktop is my feelings, how I feel about it. And to me, this is the best thing that they've ever come out with, because I'm sitting here in a wheelchair. Now I'm rocking back and forth in the wheelchair, but I'm sitting here in the wheelchair, and my stove is a lot higher kitchen table than so I can sit here and I can pull my wheelchair right up to this induction cooktop, and I can stir it and I can cook on it, and I'm surrounded. I have my table and everything here. I can put everything on my table and cook on it, and to me, this is an absolute lifesaver. I loved this induction cooktop, and I don't want any of y'all to think that I get paid for this or anything. To me, it's just better than peanut butter. Whoever invented this is a genius. But I did want to bring you back and show you that there is no seasonings in this now. I won't put seasonings in it until I drain it. But I am browning off the ground beef, and I've got the onions and the bell pepper in there with the ground beef. And when this gets done and I drain it and I'm ready to put all the other ingredients in, I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back, and I've drained the ground beef. It's got ground beef, onions, 1 onion, and a green pepper. And now it's time to put everything in here. I have 1 28-ounce can of Hunt's crushed tomatoes, and I'm going to put those in here. I have 1 petite cut diced tomatoes with green chilies. I'm putting those in here. I have 1 just regular petite cut diced tomatoes. I'm putting that in here. And I don't usually add this, but I had it left over, so I'm going to go on, and I've got about a half a jar of ragu 7-herb tomato spaghetti sauce, but I'm just going to go on and put that in here because I I had it left over and I don't want it going bad. So I don't think it's going to make that much difference. Alright, and I've got that in here. And I have 1 cup of water that I'm going to put in here. And I think I'm going to put a little bit in this jar. And shake it up and get all the sauce out of here. Alright, you can see it's got all that in it. And then I'm going to put just I don't know, about a tablespoon of tomato paste in here. Stir that up really good. And then I've got some Texas Pete hot sauce. I'm just going to put, about 7 shakes in it. Get all my spices and stuff over here. Alright, and I've got minced garlic with olive oil. I'm not going to put, okay, about a teaspoon of that. Those of y'all that watch me all the time, watch my dishes, know that I'm not much on garlic. Alright, now to get to my dry, I've got seasoned salt. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. Alright, 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm going to use 2, I'm going to use 1.5 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. Alright, there's 1. Whoops. One and a half of that. I'm going to use 1, and I'm going to use 1/2 tablespoon of salt. I'm going to use 1 heaping tablespoon of coarse black pepper. I'm going to use 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. And 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Now I'm going to stir this up really good. And I've cut my cooktop down to 240. I'm probably going to go even lower than that. And now I'm going to let this cook simmer for a good hour. And when it's almost time for that hour to be up, I'm going to put my macaroni. A lot of people put their macaroni in with this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cook my macaroni on the stove, get it done, and then I will mix the macaroni and this, put it in a big baking dish, and I'll bring you back when I get around to that point. Okay, I wanted to bring you back and let you see. This is an 8-quart Dutch oven, and you can see how full it is. And so I think this is made like 6 quarts, and I just tasted it, and I'm telling you, it is awesome. It has an awesome taste to it. So I'm going to cut this down to about 220, put the lid on it, and let this simmer for about an hour. I just wanted you to see it has everything in it, and it has a wonderful taste. That spaghetti sauce really did good for this. So I'll bring you back. I did want to bring y'all back and show you. I had some bay leaves that I was gonna put in it, and I forgot to do them to show y'all. So I have 2 bay leaves in here, and I'm gonna put in this is just a very little sugar, about a teaspoon of sugar that I'm gonna put in here, just to cut the acidity a little bit of all the tomatoes. And it is simmering really good. I've got about another 30 minutes before I'll start cooking the macaroni on the stove, and I'll bring you back. Alright, I'm back, and here's the huge bowl of the sauce, and here's the macaroni. I boiled 1 pound of elbow macaroni for 7 to 8 minutes because this has got to cook. And I'm going to mix this all together. And it was so much for this pan that I had to put some in the bottom of there. So what I'm going to do is mix up all this macaroni and the sauce. This is really very hot, but it's going to have such a good taste to it. Alright, I'm going to go on and pour it in here. And my pan has been greased. Oh, this is hot. Hot, hot, hot. I made more this time than I've ever made before. So, I hope this doesn't boil over because I don't have anything big enough to put under it to keep it from boiling over. And I'm going to smooth this out. Try to get it so that it's all even in here. Gosh, this is a lot. We'll be eating this for 3 days. Alright, and now I have finely shredded mild cheddar cheese. And I'm going to sprinkle this all over it. And this is an 8-cup bag. I'm probably using 2 cups for this, if not more. So I guess this is kind of a fattening dish here, but this, like I said, this will take us 3 days to eat this, so we'll have leftovers for at least 3 days. I want to make sure that I get a lot of cheese on it. And I have the oven preheated to 400. And I'm going to put this in there, let this cheese melt, probably about 15 or 20 minutes. And when this gets done, I'll bring you back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. And here's the finished dish. It is a huge, huge pan of this hamburger macaroni goulash. And you can see I've got it on my plate. I've been letting it cool off a little bit. I can't wait to taste this. The sauce just, oh, when I sampled the sauce, it's just so good. So I know this is going to be awesome. Caden's going to really like this, I think. Oh my gosh. This is so good. So good. I do think I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top of it. But it is awesome. This has such a good taste. I hope you like my recipe. And if you do, you give me a thumbs up now. And you have a good night. Bye.